I have one of the most interesting projects right here on this tablet. I want to break it down to you. I want to show you why I got personally involved myself and why I think it could be a 50 to 100x based off of the liquidity, not based off the price because the liquidity is really small. It's called Zora. Now, again, I want to be clear. Everybody watching this video, if you freak out and you hold me accountable to 50, 100x, that is your fault. Okay, that's your fault. I base these numbers based off of liquidity, which is the most accurate way to determine if a project can do a 50 to 100x. If it does not do that, I don't care because I think it's going to do well anyways. And Zora is so good that I actually got involved with myself. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. But what is Zora? It's a crypto platform where you post and it basically creates you a profile. And every time you post and your brand as a whole is a tradable token. Now, this is really interesting because Trump is pushing an initiative with the Clarity Act, and I was reading into it today. This initiative allows you to fundraise. Listen to what I'm saying. We don't know for sure because the Clarity Act hasn't been passed in law. But if it's anything like the stablecoin regulation, it should pass law, and it looks like it is. They're just, definitely working out the details. But it really looks like, according to the Clarity Act, that you can fundraise. Listen, you can launch any token you want and fundraise 50 to $75 million without any regulation. And all you have to do is make a promise to decentralize, which should be the goal of every coin, to decentralize over a 4-year period. That means that anyone can launch a coin and all they have to do is make sure they decentralize it in 4 years, and there's no lawsuits, no regulation, according to the Clarity Act. So that means that every person, this is a social media, so Zora is a social media, every person is launching their own coin. It's insane. And it makes an actual liquidity pool. So like the normal way, like developers used to launch their own coin in the past where they have to hire all these developers. They have to make sure the liquidity pool is good. You have to have all these plans. That same thing, all you have to do is create your profile, like Instagram. Like when you create your Instagram profile and it launches you a coin for your brand, and then it launches you a coin every time you post. That's insane. So like in Instagram, your goal is to what? Get a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of shares so that you can increase your public perception. On Zora, it's simply how valuable is your brand worth. Like, so when you like a post, you're buying into it. Now, the crazy part about this, and I've been explaining this over and over again, I want to do another review because I really want to just explain the depth of it. It's the difference between someone talking about something and doing something. For example, if you're going to a concert, and I explained this before, if you're going to a concert, you have a group of friends and you're like, hey, bro, I'm going to this concert. Right? They're going to take you with a grain of salt. Like, is he really going to the concert? But if you go and buy the tickets and you buy the tickets for everybody else, then they know for a fact that you're going and they might go. Like it's just, there's so much more weight behind someone putting an investment into something versus saying something. And that's how all social media is right now. Everybody's just saying stuff. Like it's either images, videos, or text all over the internet, organized in different ways of people just screaming stuff on the internet. Right? And so we have problems with this. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that people just say whatever they want. There's no accountability on the internet. This is why we see all these things like Twitter fingers and people just saying outlandish stuff in the comment section, like things like that. There's less quality because people could just say whatever they want. But now we could attach $1 to that. There could be features, it's not right now, but there could be features where like you have to pay to comment, or there could be features where your comment generates a coin and that comment can increase in value. And then like, it's just crazy. Like right now, every post you make has a coin. And there was one coin, I made 20 grand off of one coin. And a post, not the main brand. I made way more off the brand. Off the brand, I made way more money. But off of one post, I made like 20 grand. And so this is the future. This is the future. You have to listen to what I'm saying. So basically, people can make usernames, post text, just like any other social media, but there's a creator coin attached. And how it works too is that you have your main brand creator token. And when you drop a post, like let's say you make a picture or whatever, you go on vacation, it makes a coin for the post and then it pairs your creator token to that. Like it pairs it. It's weird. It's crazy. It's like this whole liquidity thing. And so who built Zora? Jacob Holm. And this is where I really like this is because he's former Coinbase product manager for NFTs and stablecoins. So this dude worked for Coinbase as a product manager. He probably has seen many coins, a lot of coins, shifted through them, seeing what's wrong, seeing what's right. Not only that, but he's directly connected to Coinbase, meaning this coin is run on the base layer 2. So Base is a layer 2 created by Coinbase, right? Are you catching it? And so we have a lot of connections with the entity that is arguably the most successful centralized exchange right now in the world, which is Coinbase. Now, Binance was before, but then CZ went to jail and he got sued and all these crazy things. But Coinbase right now is the only publicly traded company in America. And we have a guy that was a former Coinbase product manager for NFTs and stablecoins. And he also has created other projects. He ran something called Saint Fame, which is a DAO-run fashion brand in 2019, which inspired Zora. So he has not only history of making his own coins, but he has history of being connected with Coinbase. It's kind of ridiculous when it comes to the credibility and the connections. Now we have another person, which is D. Goins. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but this is another Coinbase employee. He called Zora a social network where every post is a meme coin. And so we have other people too, like literally, I don't know exactly how many people, a lot of people on their team are from Coinbase. Many founders worked at Coinbase. Coinbase Ventures invested in Zora's seed round. Coinbase Ventures themselves invested in Zora. In 2022, Zora raised $50 million, led by Juan Ventures. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. With Coinbase Ventures joining in. So we have a lot of fundraising, a lot of connections to Coinbase, a lot of experience, a really cool concept, which is a decentralized social media that we know has worked before in the past. To be clear with you guys, I've been involved with a lot of decentralized social medias. I was involved with Steemit. I did 100x on, with a small amount of money, it wasn't a lot, but I did 100x on another one. I forgot what it was called. It was a video creation. They got sued by the Security Exchange Commission. But yeah, I've been involved. I know that social medias are a confirmed narrative in the bull market. In the bull market, they usually always do well. And so a lot of history and reputation and the actual product itself, it's a little janky. I feel like they're getting better. But they just launched a feature the other day where you can launch Reels now, which is obviously the most important. If you're a social media guy, you know this. Reels are like the most important kind of like creation format on every social media right now. And so they launched a reel. So like I could launch a reel and then a coin's attached to it. That's pretty crazy. Now let's talk about the actual Zora token. So there's only 10 billion in existence. And by the way, just to throw this out there, when you create the creator token, when you create it, it gets paired to Zora. And so that's how Zora increases in price. If people start buying into your creator token, indirectly they're investing into Zora, right? And so this brings a lot of demand to Zora. People just like, it's crazy because like you can have a lot of famous people. I think I saw Soldier Boy. I don't know if it's his official account. He did put his official Twitter. We don't know for sure, but we saw like Soldier Boy and some other big people, big credibility people on Zora. And if people start buying into their coin because they want to get into it, just like Trump launched his meme coin and a whole bunch of other people launched their meme coins, then all of that demand gets tapped into Zora. So there's 10 billion total supply, so it's a fixed supply. Now, Zora says it's for fun only, no ownership or voting. But again, I want to be clear with you guys. I was looking into regulations for launching coins, and Zora's in the green. If the Clarity Act passes, it really does look like that. I'm not a lawyer, but from my research, it really does look like that. You can raise, again, 50 to 75 million, and all you have to do is become decentralized in 4 years. And then after those 4 years, they're going to determine if your crypto project is mature. If it's mature and decentralized, then you'll forever be a commodity, which is like really, really low restrictions. You can like kind of do it what you want. But if it's, centralized, then it can be determined as a security. And you could even follow the security regulation too and be fine with that. But you get what I'm saying. It's just a lot of clarity to where people can actually do stuff now. Now let's talk about the creator tokens, okay? For the creator tokens, like let's say you launch your own brand, there's 1 billion tokens. 500 million in a liquidity pool that they put in there, or they force it in there, and 500 million reserved for the creator, but it's vested linearly over 5 years, meaning the creator themselves, they're forced to hold their own tokens. They can't just sell it at any time. Listen to what I'm saying. This is crazy. Why? Because we've seen a lot of influencer tokens getting launched, like Trump token and like Tate. We don't know exactly how it happens, but if you look at their price chart, it like immediately goes down because they control a lot and they're selling it so that they can provide funds to fund their mission, right? They need money to fund their mission. So what they do is they launch and then they sell a lot as people buy in the beginning, and you see their price charts are going down. And then their goal is to develop value for the project for in the future it goes up. But the exact opposite is happening on Zora. The creator can't sell that much. The creator themselves actually have to buy into their own token if they want to get initial supply. That's what I had to do. So the price chart on my coin is way better. It doesn't initially dump because the 500 million reserved for the creator is vested over 5 years. They give you no initial supply. That's insane. That means that they can't pump and dump you. Well, they could if they make the coin and then buy a whole bunch themselves and then wait for it to go up and then sell. They could, but then they have to buy a whole bunch themselves. They have to actually put their money where their mouth is. And another thing that's really cool, and I want to explain this because this concept can really change the business world, is they have creators also earn a 1% fee from every trade, whether it's a buy or sell. So not only does the creator of the token and the social media platform, not only do they get the increased price of their coin and they make money off of that, they also get a 1% fee for every trade, which is cash flow. That's what crypto is missing. A lot of crypto businesses, they're very, very reliant on the direction of the market. If the market goes up, they make money. If the market goes down, they all start getting wrecked, having to let go of developers. They get wrecked. And so the beauty is that this 1% fee from every trade develops cash flow. So just to be clear with you guys, income, 2 different revenue streams from one thing. And so this could help a lot of creators, guys. It's just off of transaction fees. So we could see a situation where the token price drops, but nobody wants to sell it. The creator doesn't want to sell it either, but the transaction fees, they just generate a lot of volume, and that 1% fee is actually meaningful for that person's life. That to me is one of the most interesting concepts I've ever experienced when it comes to making businesses like that, because I've looked at a lot of different revenue streams with my businesses, with MRR, yearly subscriptions, things like that. And I'm telling you, consistent cash flow is really good. Now, another thing I want to talk about is Brian Armstrong, the creator of Coinbase. So he specifically has been promoting Zora. Now, I believe the back end, Zora's back end, will be used in Coinbase's app, right? So Coinbase has a wallet. They're trying to make a super app. So Coinbase has a wallet called Coinbase Wallet. They switched the name to Base Wallet, or just Base. I don't know what they call it. But essentially, this is like a competitor to MetaMask, right? And it's the best wallet I've ever seen in my entire existence. I made a new account, and I scanned my face, and I made an account and made a wallet on crypto faster than I would on Instagram. That's how low the latency is, right? And so in this wallet, it obviously holds your crypto. You can buy, sell, send, or whatever the case is. But also, like, they have a feed for social media that's coming soon. It's in beta right now. It's coming soon. And they have a whole bunch of different things. It's not just a wallet anymore. It's like, now it's like everything. It's like the new homepage. And you'll see what I'm saying. It's kind of like the new way the future is going to be held. It's going to be held in one of these crypto wallets instead of just, it's scattered all over the place. I'm not going to go into too much details about that. But that social media that's going to be built into the Base app, created by Coinbase again, is powered by Zora. So the backend will be powered by Zora. That means that Zora's price will appreciate because of the technology and the integration, right? So this is really important to understand. And even if they don't integrate it because nobody really knows exactly what's going on, still, just the perception of them being powered by Zora, it's going to be really, really insane. So bringing it back to the story, Brian Armstrong has not only been displaying powered by Zora and all of their Base documentation and marketing campaigns, but Brian's also just been straight up talking about it. Late August 2025, the Coinbase CEO, Brian Armstrong, supported a creator token. There's this guy called Balaji, which is his former CTO, that created a token. I think he's the #1 guy on the platform right now. And Armstrong called him one of the smartest people he knows. The coin's price jumped by 75%. But think about it. We have a Coinbase CTO, I think he was a former Coinbase CTO, that launched a creator coin, and the creator of Coinbase is going on social media saying that this dude is solid, right? So he's promoting him. This is where it gets really, really crazy. And not only that, but he actually publicly displayed him actually purchasing, okay, listen what I'm saying, his coin on Zora. So the creator of Coinbase purchased his coin. That, like, just think about how crazy that is. That's insane. That's really, really insane. So just to kind of recap, we're going to finish this up. We're going to be doing some more deep dives on Zora. I wanted to kind of lay out the last thing, which is why I told you guys, potential 50 to 100x. Listen to what I'm saying. When it comes to predicting these numbers, the best way to predict multiples on a coin is liquidity pools. So I've done research on them, and liquidity pools below 100K or whatever the case is, they typically do like 100Xs. The liquidity pool on Zora is 200 $185,000. Now, listen to what I'm saying. That's the highest liquidity pool. That's not all the liquidity combined. Because remember, Coinbase Ventures invested in them. So there's also liquidity on the centralized exchanges. So there's this back and forth pool dynamic that lowers or increases the multiples. What do I mean by that? So the price Zora could pump really fast, and then they take a whole bunch of supply and they put it on the centralized exchange, lowering the multiples. So no one really knows what a 50 to 100x is. But according to the liquidity pool that we're seeing right now on decentralized exchanges, this is really, really small, like really small. And I think there's a new trend because everybody's starting to figure out how liquidity pools work. There's a new trend of projects doing that to artificially show people that it's like a fake way of showing that the liquidity pool is small. So be careful. I think it will do well. Right now I currently hold Zora. I hold a lot of it, a lot. And I do believe it's going to do a lot of multiples. 50 to 100x, no one knows. It depends on what Coinbase Ventures wants to do with their tokens, and it depends on, how much demand, how many people want to buy into Zora tokens. But I do believe that this is a very undervalued project right now. I do believe it's going to do extremely well. And I will continue to talk about Zora. I'll be making some really, really deep, specific dives. I even might make videos on like how to create your own creator token and how to launch your own brand and how to make money. I made currently to today's date over maybe $1.5 million in less than a month off of this. So yeah, there's money to be made. And I also made the cash flow, and yeah, it's insane. So I think everybody should get involved for sure. Start paying attention, whether it's, getting into the Zora token, not financial advice, it's up to you, but at least playing with the platform for sure. Play with the platform, definitely look into it, potentially launch your own creator coin. It's up to you. But yeah, it's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Talk to you later.